Hello and welcome to my channel. I am going to solve Excel 4E Youth Program assignment. In this video, I will do this assignment step by step and you can get your assignment ready by watching this video. If you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Excel assignments, Word assignments, PowerPoint assignments, or Access assignments, you can contact me either through WhatsApp or email. My WhatsApp and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. My WhatsApp and email is given in the description of this video as well. You can hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, or writing assignments, programming assignments as well. I have been doing courses for students since 2015 and you can hire me for your courses throughout your degree and I will be producing a grade for you in your courses. So let's start this assignment and solve this assignment step by step so that you can solve your assignment by watching this video as well. So let me move to the instruction file. So title of the assignment is Excel 4E Youth Programs. This is the fourth chapter. At start of the instruction, you can see the project description. In this project, you will create and modify a pivot table report and a pivot chart report in order to analyze revenue from the city youth programs. So please read this so that you can understand the assignment well. Main part of the assignment are these 12 steps and we are supposed to solve these 12 steps to get this assignment ready for the submission. So I will solve these 12 steps in this video and I will make sure that you can do your assignment by watching this video. So step number 1. Start Excel. Save the downloaded Excel workbook named Student Excel 4E Youth Programs as Excel. This is the Excel workbook that we are supposed to use. We will apply all the instructions, functions and the formulas to this Excel workbook to make this workbook in the final form for the submission. So you can download this Excel workbook from your school dashboard. So step number 1 is just about downloading this Excel workbook and saving this. So there is nothing else to do in step number 1 of the assignment. That is why we will move to step number 2. So now let's move to step number 2. Step number 2 is click cell A2. Inside the recommended pivot table, sum of amount by location. Rearrange the field so that the location is the first field in the rows areas and the month is the second field. Place the program field in the column area. Close the pivot table fields pane. So we will go to cell A2 and click on the insert tab and click on the recommended pivot tables. And we are supposed to use sum of amount by location. Sum of amount by location, sum of amount by program, sum of amount by month. But we are supposed to use sum of amount by location. So select this one. And now we are supposed to rearrange the fields. So it is saying that rearrange the field so that location is the first field in the rows area. Location is the first field and month is the second field. So we will place the month as the second field in the rows. This one. And now Place the prom field in the column area. Prom field in the column area. This one. And close the pivot table fields pane, and we will close this. So that is all required in step number 2. And we are done with step number 2. And now we're going to do next step, that is step number 3. Insert 2 slicers, one for the location field and one for the prom field. So in step number 2, we are supposed to insert 2 slicers. One will be for the location field and one will be for the prom field. So click anywhere in the pivot table and click pivot table analyze and click insert slicer. So we are supposed to insert 2 slicers. First will be for the location field. Location field. And again we will insert a new slicer. That will be for the prom field, and we will select the prom from here. So we have inserted 2 slicers, and that is all required in step number 3. So we have completed 3 steps of this assignment. Now we're going to do next step, that is step number 4. Using the location and prom slicers, filter the data to show the total revenue for a preschool in the Grove Beach Recreation Center. Move the prom slicer so that the top of the slicer is positioned in the E3. Move the location slicer so that it is positioned below the prom slicer in column E. So first we are supposed to use the location and prom slicer, filter the data to show the total revenue for preschool in the Government Beach Creation. This one, we will unselect these two and we will select the preschool from here. And you can see that we have used the 2 slicer to show or to filter the data to show the total revenue for preschool in preschool from the prom and from the location Grove Beach Recreation Center, Grove Beach Recreation Center. So this pivot table is only showing the data for preschool prom in the Grove Beach Recreation Center. So that is all required. Now move the prom slicer in cell E3. Prom slicer here, cut this one, click cell E3 and paste it here. Now move the location slicer so that it is positioned below the prom slicer in column E. So we are supposed to move this down and it should be positioned below the prom slicer in column E. So that is all required in step number 4. So we have completed 4 steps of this assignment, and now we're going to do next step, that is step number 5. So step number 5 is modify the value field setting in the pivot table so that values are formatted as number with 0 decimal places and 1000 separator. So now we are supposed to modify the value field setting. So we are supposed to go to value field setting and we are supposed to apply the number format. Which number format? Formatted as number with 0 decimal places. So we will go to the number. Decimal places should be 0. And we are supposed to use the 1000 separator for this one. So we will check this, use this 1000 separator. So number format 0 decimal places and use the 1000 separator, and you can see the result now. This one, they are formatted as number and 1000 separator is for the comma. Comma is for the those in separate rank. That is all required in step number 5 of the assignment. So we have completed 5 steps so far, and now we will move to next step, that is step number 6. Total steps are 12 steps, and I am going to do step number 6 now. So step number 6 is make a copy of sheet 1 worksheet. Rename the copied worksheet group 1Q preschool. Rename the sheet 1 worksheet as 1Q revenue. So make a copy of sheet 1 worksheet. This is sheet 1 worksheet, and we are supposed to make a copy of this one. Make a copy. Now rename the copied worksheet group 1Q preschool. This is the copied worksheet, and we are supposed to rename this as the group 1Q preschool. Group 1Q preschool, and that is all required in step number 6. And now, and we are supposed to rename the sheet 1 as the 1Q revenue. 1Q revenue. So that is all required in step number 6. So we have completed 6 steps so far. That is 50% of the assignment. So now we're gonna do next step, that is step number 7. On the 1Q revenue worksheet, clear all the filters and remove the slicer. In cell A1, type first quarter youth programs revenue. So 1Q revenue sheet is here, and first we are supposed to clear all the filters. Clear all the filters. I have cleared all the filters. Now we are supposed to remove the slicer. So we are supposed to remove these slicers, and then type first quarter youth programs revenue in cell A1. A1 is here, and we are supposed to type first quarter youth program revenue, and that is all required in step number 7. So we have completed 7 steps, and now move to step number 8. Display the field list and then remove the month field from the rows area to display only the grand total for each item. Close the pivot table field panes. So in step number 6, we are supposed to remove the month field from the rows to display only the grand total for each item, and then we are supposed to close the field pane. So go to the pivot table, and let me show the field list, and from this we are supposed to remove this month field from the rows area, and you can see only the grand total for these 3 locations, these one, and that is all required in step number 8. So, and we are supposed to close this pivot table field span. So that is all required in step number 8. So we have completed 8 steps of this assignment. That is the 70%. So we are done with 70 points of this assignment after completing these 8 steps. So I have shown you 8 complete steps, and for these remaining steps, 3 steps, I will just give you an overview so that you can complete those steps on your own. But if you want to hire me for this assignment, or if you want to hire me for this complete course, you can contact me either through WhatsApp or email. Both WhatsApp and email are showing at the bottom of the screen. So this is the final form of this assignment. So this will be group PANQ preschool worksheet having 2 slices on it and a pivot table. Then a 1Q youth program revenue sheet that has a bar chart on it, and 1Q revenue that has only a pivot table on it. So these are 3 worksheets. When you will apply all the remaining steps, you will get a final version like this. So I have solved 70% of this assignment, and for 3 remaining steps, I am just giving you an overview. If you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, you can hire me either through WhatsApp or email. You can hire me for this complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics, statistics, and programming assignments. Thank you so much for watching my video. I request you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and comment to my video. Thank you so much again.